Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. Just a quick recap. We finished the little filing cabinet for this week. To give you a little summary of whatever we've done here. It's all made from Kiat, locally sourced here in South Africa. 120mm wide, 340mm wide cubicles, 8 of them. And then the one 340mm high, full width. 270mm deep. And then a 3mm backing board on the back. I varnished this with Nova 17 polyurethane varnish, and then just the matte was a bit too matte for my taste, and I added some of Leroy's woodworks. Please look at this, it's a really good product, I love it. Food safe and locally made, so let's support Leroy. So guys, the challenge I put myself for this video was no mechanical fasteners. So there's no screws, no nails in this. It's all dados and miters. And then I've put in the miters biscuits. Does biscuits count as a mechanical fastener? I don't know. But if it is, then I cheated. So the only nails that's in here, I used little 10mm brad nails to fix the backing board onto the box. It was quite a challenge. It was a mission to put this thing together. Every time with one pair of hands, a second pair of hands would have made this much easier. But I'm quite happy with the result. Tell me what you think. Guys, please subscribe, share, and enjoy the video. Guys, I'm not going to bore you with all this sanding. It's really a mission. So I'll skip this for you. So guys, I finished sanding now. And I just put the 4 boards on the outside that creates the main box. I've just put them on some 3D printed pyramids. And I'm just going to varnish them at the moment. Without varnishing, of course, the little slots everywhere where the glue is gonna go, just on the blocks, and then also not the mitered sides. The rest of the insides I'm gonna wait. I just need to go get some more masking tape so I can mask off wherever I don't want varnish, because I need the best glue adhesion I can get. So finished sanding, I then took my hand plane, my trusty old number 5, and planed all the edges on the front of the boards to give it a very nice and crisp finish, just to get rid of the milling marks, and then that will then save us lots of time once this is all together. The varnish I'm using is a polyurethane varnish, and guys, you must be careful with this stuff. I shaked it, but look at what's still in the bottom of this. So you must really make sure you stir it very well, otherwise you don't get everything you need to get in your varnish. So I really take my time, stir it very well until there's no more stuff stuck in the bottom of the tin. So I'm gonna now varnish all the insides first on the 4 boards, then flip it over, varnish the outsides, and then leave it for the night. So guys, that's now front and back varnished, just the first coat. For you it was 4 minutes, for me it was a little bit longer. That's the joy of video editing. So now I must clean this brush. I've got the air filtration system running just to keep the air clear and clean. So when this coat is dry, that will be now tomorrow, I'll give it a quick flat, do it again, put it one side, and then we'll start with those. Alright guys, so that's the boards now, first coat done. Give it a light sand, then we'll do it again. So guys, before I can varnish all the in-between boards, the little shelves and the dividers, I have to mask off the ends that goes into the dados. So we know that the dados is 5 millimeters, so I just take my pencil, give it a quick mark, so about 3 to 4 millimeters, just a little bit less than what the actual glue line is going to be. Just to make sure that I get the maximum amount of glue surface possible. I use washi tape. It's a gorgeous tape to use to mask. It's a little bit expensive. I think I paid now this morning 55 Rand a roll, but this stuff is absolutely amazing. You won't get any bleed through, especially when you paint or varnish. I'll show you a little bit later. So what I also do, just as a double check, I make sure that all my corners are square, because if there's any corners that's not square at this moment, once we start assembling the little filing cabinet, it's going to distort the whole thing. So just as a double check, I make sure as I put the tape on that everything is then square. So I stick to my line, put my washi tape down, fold it over, and use the same piece for the other side. Being this stuff is so expensive, we don't want to waste it. So guys, while the other boards are drying, that I've just put the varnish on, I use some Scotch-Brite. I like to use Scotch-Brite. This is the ultra fine Scotch-Brite. I just cut myself a little piece off. And then the ones that I did last night, I just give it a quick scuff with the Scotch-Brite. And that removes all of the raised grain, as well as some runs that I might have had when varnishing. And this works a charm. It doesn't clog as much as sanding paper, and because it's a little cushion, you get into all the little nooks and crannies. I love the matte finish. Tell me what you think. And then it's ready for the second coat. Guys, just to show you what my plan was with the masking tape. So I've now got clear wood everywhere for the glue surface. And the plan is then that glue line will then glue the mortise. Worked out quite nicely. So guys, it's that time. Gonna start assembling now. So what I've decided, I'm gonna assemble this little part first. That's the inside, and then I'll do the box outside separate, just to keep my sanity, because I'm telling you, keeping these apart with just one pair of hands, it's a mission. Let's glue. So guys, she's glued up. It was a mission. I'm not going to show you the footage of that because there was some very unsavory words mixed in between there. But I'm going to leave her now. She's nice and square the way she is now. So I'm going to leave her now to dry properly. Then a little bit later today, I'll add the back and then do the final coat of varnish. So guys, I've put the backboard on and I just gave it a light coat of oil because the original color of the backboard was like this, normal MDF, I think 3mm, and it was too light for the back. So by just giving it a layer of oil, it went a bit darker and it goes nicely with the box now. So guys, tell me what you think of the finish. Yes, I cheated a little bit. I only gave it 2 layers of polyurethane varnish. And then as a final, I just put some of a very good friend of mine's wax on top of it. And that really brought a shine to it. So I just took it off the mat and gave it a bit of a satin finish. I'm very, very happy with it. I think it looks good. It's got just enough shine to it. It's not too glossy. So I will leave you a link in the description. If you want some of this, you can order it from this guy. There is the website address. So for 100 grams of this, and it really works well. It's 100 Rand. So please support Leroy and buy some of his waxes. It really works a charm, as you can see. I wish smell-o-vision was a thing, because this really, it smells like honey. It's very natural and it works a charm. So please guys, support Leroy, buy his wax. As you can see, it really works.